Welcome back. This is Grandpa Tim or Grandpa Tim, and this is the second half of the second box. I went and opened up 20 rolls, and these are the finds I found out of those 20 rolls, and I got the last 10 rolls open here. So let's go see what we got out of the last 20 rolls. We got this one right here. It's not double die, but it's going in a pile. And we got quite a few of these. I didn't see an error. Little clash there, looks like maybe. Possible clashing on that one. I have to look at that one a little more. And I'll take a look at this next one. Very, very minor doubling in between that thumb. Not enough that I would call it error, but enough to keep it. And that one just that one's just not gonna cut the cake in my books. So it's coming back to circulation. So let's throw these other two or to the power over here. Got probably, I don't know, 15 there now anyway. Done for this hunt. Did get one 2009 presidential building. Anyway, that's the lowest mintage of those, so I keep most all of those as long as they're in good shape. So let's get into this hunt here, guys. See what we had. So these are the last 20 rolls. Like I said, we picked up 3 more Canadians. Picked up 64. And if you remember, we just had the one before. We had a 2004, excuse me. So there's 64, and then we had a second 64 right there. And then we have a nice 1980 there. Brings us up to 4 wheat pennies. Picked up a view, but with somebody's got a big Louis on it. Unfortunately, but look at that nice 61. Somebody had to put a big fingerprint on it. But anyway, it's got one small scratch across the rim right there and across the head. Other than that, that's a pretty view. 61. Shows the back side of that. Anyway, that one's AU now. Dude, just because the Louis on that, unfortunate, but that's a really nice penny. But and then we had a 77D. Looked pretty red brown actually. But I'm gonna pull it out. It's got a little booger on its nose, but can't get mad at that. Those spins are getting hard to find. I picked up another A1D. Had a little bit of the woody effect going on it, but it's very good shape. I didn't see too much in the way of damage on either front or back. So that's probably gonna top off a roll. And I did have a red brown 65. I snatched out because that 5 looked kind of funny to me. So the 65 is not known for having double die. There's a real super rare one for it, I've been told. But I've kept all of that just because that's the back side of the 5 and back side of the 6. And Of course, the 9-1 are suspicious too, but that RYT, and not to mention the E, it's a maybe. It looks like there might be a possible little notch on the right side of the top of the T and doubling on the Y. But anyway, it's a 65. I'm going to keep it. So anyway, moving on. Let's see what we found. This one's a 41P. 41P. Unfortunately, that sucker's been sitting in somebody's corrosion pile for a while. So this one too is a 42P. Not in the best shape. You can see the environmental damage it's got on it. But it's a 42P, so that's 42. That's second 42P we got. This is the first one, much better condition. Alright, moving on. Picked up a 56D, which we got two of those now. The first one was better. And then got on a patch of 44s for some reason. There's one. There's two. There's three. Now it's all out of the same 10 rolls. And then a 44D. So let me get these moved over here. It's 44P. So that brings us to four there. And a 44D. So the last one we picked up here is a 54D. First one of those. So take a look at where we're at now. You got 4, 6. Yeah, it is 4. We had 7 when it started, and now we got 3. Let's count the other way. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 15. We have 15 wheat pennies. And I want to show you this 69S that I picked up too. It's not doubled or nothing pretty, but it's in decent shape, so can't get mad at that. AU. Anyway, it goes over there with the rest of the buddies. So let's get moving on this one. I just sense there's going to be some good stuff in here. I pulled out some of the garbage coins, those crappy coins. But we need to start looking at some of those copper here. Get my handy dandy little cheat light down here to where I can get the mirror of the cone a little bit better. 71, 77, 63, 61, 69D it looks like. Gonna move this way because I know it makes it easier for my people to see what's going on. I think that's pretty sexy. Let's get something pretty. Let's get something exciting. Please make sure to leave a like and comments, please. Let's see where I'm at. If I'm up on running or, yep, I'm live. Except for my fingers aren't working right. There we go. All right. Go live chat. guys. I got everything wrong here. Let's get going here. Now it's 63, 83. As you can imagine, I've been going through a lot of copper. A lot of copper. A lot of decent liquid copper. Can't get mad at that. Sixty-four. 64. 90. 69. 80. 82D, wrong one. 79D. 75D. 64D. 2001, 21. 97D. 2000D. Not for me. 2022. There's some stuff to look at on 72. Us like I think you need to get back up here, bro. Yeah, let's see what's going on there. That's no good. $75D trying to jump off the table on 84D. 90D I got away. 16P. Do re mi listed fall on the scope. That's where it's going next anyway. I should just go ahead and start stacking my scope. Gets a little room here. I'll stack towards the cabin. That'll probably be best. 72D, it looks like 63. 74. 74. 64. 73D. 61. 60D. 66. 63. 2008. 2014. 21. 20. 13. 13. 82, the right one. 76. 82D, the wrong one. 74D. 64. 2000D. 2014. 99D. 2004. 2014. 2014. 21. a speed up street climb, so it's not good. A2D, wrong one. A3D, nice one. What's this one? 13D, looks like it has some hash marks on it. 64, 76, 71D. Start another copper fire on there. 79, 71, 72S, 77, 59P it looks like, 77P, 76D, 80D, I got plenty of that. 62D, 670, 67P, 67 nothing, 67 73, 64. What we got there? I gotta look at it on the scope. Wow, it was a 70D. I thought it was a 50D. My eyes are getting bad. That's 80D. I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. I get show. It's not gonna show on the scope. I'm not gonna keep it because it's not good enough. It had a woody effect on it, but it's not good. A strong enough one to save. If it was, I would save it. Let's keep digging here. See if we can find some gold in this copper. 90. 12D, we don't need like that. 2024, I guess. There's 81D I don't need. There's a 59D, or excuse me, a 59P. 97D. 19P. 21D, no thanks. There's a 13P we don't need. 12P we don't need. A 5P, same thing. A1 don't need. 77. 99. 2023. I would really like to score that XGV. That would really be a great day. I've been hunting for it. Hasn't happened yet. I'm looking for it. And hoping and searching and praying. I don't pray for wealth. I just pray for enough. If I have too much, I give away. And that's the truth. That's a biblical way to live, I think. I could be wrong. I could be right. You may be wrong, you may be right. Anybody know who that is? You should. Billy Joel. You know, that was the guy I always thought was going to have a heart attack for some reason, and he never did. That I know of. I mean, I just thought he always had a high stress life. Didn't seem like life was always good for him, you know. I mean, he did get his uptime girl and everything went good from there, but sometimes life isn't all what it seems. What can I say? Lots of people are hiding hiding behind lies and falsehoods, and that's a shame. Embrace the truth. Embrace the light, as they say. As I was 74D, I thought it was an S again. Been getting some pretty nice S's lately. I don't know why. I'm glad though. Bunch of clunkers here. There's the right 82. Another right 82. A 71. Oh, a nice 19D. Can't use that, dude. I can use that 80 though. Stack up my stack of Zoids. My stack of Zoids. Get in there with your brother's stack of Zoids. Nice 7D. Come on, bigger. 24D. I know there's some errors on it, but I got a whole box of them. 18, 19D, 14P, 14P, 18, 15. If any guys are looking for anything in particular, give me a shout out. Subscribe, email me. Have to just leave a comment. I don't bite. I sure do try to help people though. That's what makes me tick. I like to help people. These need to go bye-bye. They're confusing me. There's a nice 60 that I swore off checking. I swore it off. I did. And a few junkers up in here. Can't have them up in here. You know what I'm saying? Holy. 73. 92D had me fooled. Think it was copper. No, 15 will look at you, not you, not you, not you. I can't even tell what you are. You're not a wee penny, that's all that's important. And you weren't anything else I want to look at, because you just the one there. You know how they owe. What's up? What you got? Nothing. 81 don't have no fun. 78. 78 can be great. 71 can be a lot of fun. 74 can score. 82, nothing for me to do there. I say these little rhymes, they've helped me to remember things in my mind. I can't tell you how many songs I know all the lyrics to, but when you put things to music, it increases your memory capacity significantly. I'm thankful for the brain I got left that didn't get taken. I'm still clicking up there, folks. It might not click as fast as it used to, but she's just, the mice are spinning away up there. Yes, sir. Trying to be a better Christian every day. Do more every day for the Lord. Try to help my fellow man. try to carry the torch of the Lord, you know. That's what I try to do. Well, there's my sweetheart. What's up, Rhonda? How you doing? Glad you could pop in. It's good to see you. I've had some pretty good finds so far. I got a bunch. I'm in the last 10 rolls here, and I'll do a wrap up. But I got a bunch of stuff to show. Had a pretty good box, I gotta say. My first box, I got that 31D, and man, that's a nice one. I don't know what it'll grade, but it's got to grade pretty good. I'm not going to get it graded, of course, but it will be an album upgrade for me. Or, well, for one of my grandkids. I've got 4 now. The 5th is planned, and then the 6th is planned as well, so Grandpa's got to keep going on the pennies. No rest for the old farts. Nope, we got to keep rolling. As my step-grandfather told me, my real grandfather passed away when he was only 46 years old, and I was only 2. Kind of like my step-granddaughter. Her real grandfather, we lost him when she was just 2.5 years old. But I try to step up and be that man that was her grandpa, but she don't treat me like blood, but that's understandable. Anyway, how's Rhonda doing? Thanks for the good looks. Please remember to hit the like button, please. So far, it's been a pretty good hunt. Don't know that I need any luck. I got God's blessings. If I got that, I got everything, you know. If you got God's blessings, that's the best thing in the world. And in heaven. God is the bringer of miracles. And he shows me every day something beautiful. I'm thankful for the eyes to see what I get to see. I'm thankful for the stuff I don't have to see too. But I can't turn a blind eye to it either. This world needs love. So many people are walking the wrong path, and I can't do nothing but keep my mouth running about it because I'm worried about people. I love people. I don't want to see people perish. I don't want to see people lose the race of life, and to find out then that they're wrong about Jesus. Jesus is nothing but love. Jesus is the only way, and he's your salvation. Truly, truly, I tell you this. I would not say it if it was not true. I mean that with all my heart. That's 2025 there. 2018, 2016D, 18D again, 14D, 23D. I don't need to look at that one. That's the 12D. Junkers for me. No jump, starting to jump call. Get this in control here. Hopefully, yeah, it looks like everything's going good. Let me type on a sucker here. Need a 3P. 64. I'm doing good, buddy. I'll be doing a file or a review of what I found in this box. I'm just finished up the last 10 rolls, and then we got our wheat pennies that we found, the BUs we found, everything. Just finished up getting through this last bit right here, and I'll do a wrap up and show you what we found. We found some pretty good stuff. 15 wheat pennies so far. Hopefully I picked up a couple more in here. I don't know. I haven't seen none though. You never know. So the last few pennies, for some reason, always surprise me. It's like, how can you be hiding in there? If you were attacked tiger, you would aid me. You know, it's just you can't. Sometimes you just can't see them. At least I can't. You know, I'm getting old. What can I say? I'm 62. I'm disabled. Partially blind in one eye. There's an 82 with a strong mint mark punch, but that's not the one I want. There is a double die on this one right here, but not on this particular coin, but on this deer and that date. There is a double die on obverse that you can find. I got quite a few of them. It's 2006, looking for double die offers there. 17. Let's get rid of those. 93, don't need there. There's another 25. Several things to look at here. You look at the ear, you look at eyes, look at chin, look at neck. Look at the top of the first two. Then you go, look down, there's a little spotting there. I think that might just be a little wash blister. Don't see the double die. Or maybe. Excuse me. I'll set it aside and look at it later. That's my pile for look at later. What can I say? I got a lot of piles and containers I'll look at later. But it helps me get through my stuff quicker. You been finding anything good? I'm looking for wheat pennies, foreign corns, and corn errors. There's a lot of errors that are worth quite a bit of money. Your older pennies are worth quite a bit of money. You know, it depends. Like, see with this 1999D, what you're looking for on that is it's on the reverse. It's what's called a wide AM. And there'll be a big space in between the A and the M right there. And you also will see even spacing between this A and between these two T's. See how it's closer on this side than it is on this side? That tells you don't have the right one. Also, what you need to look for is this G will be different. It'll have like the end look like a U-turn. It'll have like a little serif on the end, and a little kickstand down below that comes down below G. But anyway, that's not a double. I have found a couple YAMs lately that I put in. They've been on my hunt. So if you want to go back and look at some of my hunts, you'll probably find it. Like just get done through here, get run through these here real quick, and I got 4 more boxes to go. I'm gonna keep going straight through. There's an 82D. I'm gonna look at that one. Yeah, I'm trying to play catch up. I ran to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to be with my granddaughter for a week, and I had 3 boxes sitting me there for me to hunt. When I left, 3 boxes came in while I was gone, and there's 3 boxes waiting for me to pick up today. So Grandpa's burning it at both ends to get through this stuff. But I sure appreciate people coming. I'd like it if you hit that like button for me. You found a 1918, that's great. You found a 31D2, that's awesome, Jim. How good was your 31D? Did it look like a line, or is it better or no? That's good money coin right there. Yeah, the 2001 YAM was supposed to be the harder one. I just found one recently too. I think it might be sitting over here, and I'm pretty sure it's still sitting over with. So I'm gonna reveal. You want to see something super cool, Jimmy? Give me a thumbs up if you're still here. I'll show you something really cool. Now, I've been hunting pennies for, okay, good. I've been hunting pennies for a really long time, bud. I'm not joking. At least 10 years with scopes and everything. Let's just move some of this on way. This is the first time I've ever seen this. Now, when you go through your box, I'm sure you see stuff like this. It looks like people just start cutting the corn and then they stop, and trying to make errors and stuff. Well, here's this crazy thing. Take a look how sharp this point comes down. It goes all the way down to here. Okay, you see that? What happened here is this coin got hit when it was sitting on end by the feeder finger, and it stripped the strip off the back of the coin. That strip of copper came out all the way to the rim. So once it got to the rim, what it did, it flipped over onto the face of the coin. You see the dent where it was stand on end when it happened? So that's a strike through that's retained. Look at that spike and how far down it goes. And still going down right here. Isn't that amazing? This is one of the coolest things I've ever found. A retained strike through that's caused from the opposite side of the coin. What do you think of that, bud? Is that a wonder or what? Pretty happy about that one. 2013D. I'll show the backside here again. I'll put it sideways. It seems you can see how the distance. It comes all the way to here. It just starts as a mild scratch and it dug deeper and deeper and deeper till it got to the end of the coin, and just flick that booger over there, and that is on top of the coin. Isn't that nuts? Yeah, I'm thrilled that I found it. Like I said, Hey, how you doing, Lisa? Love you, girl. Glad to see you. Yeah, I was just showing this cool strike through I found. This it was caused by a feeder finger when the coin was standing on edge. That's why you see the rim ding right there. Anyway, the feeder finger came in from this side, dug into the coin all the way to the rim, and then it flipped it over onto the face of the coin and struck it through onto the face. It comes all the way down there. Isn't that amazing? I tell you what, and there's a dent from where it would have been sitting on its edge when the feeder friend hit it. But I've never found one of those before. It's pretty unique, I would say. I hope you're doing good tonight. Yeah, that is. I appreciate you taking time to look at that for me, Jim. Let's see here. See if I got something all kinds of cool right here off the bat that I can show you. I got all kinds of finds. I've got this box right here down this finishes up. It's got 15. The one that before had 13. That's the one that had the 31S, or excuse me, the 31D, and there it is. Look how clean these fields are. It's insane. I'm thinking it's roughly a MS 45 is where I'm thinking it's gonna run at, but it's got one hit there on the N or on the E, some scratches right there, but there's no dings in the rims. Some spotting right there, low environmental, some scratching on the T. But as far as, and there's a little schmutz there, as we professionally call it, schmutz. Anyway, it's pretty clean coin. It hasn't been cleaned. There's that stain right there. You know, it's been there forever. But yeah, it's just, I'm thrilled to God that I got that coin. I got that yet last night. Second week penny out of the box. I got a 36 of it too. I'll show that too. That was crazy. The 36 I gotta really look at because if you know there's a 36 double die versus a fortune. I mean, if you started at a grade of just MS4, you're talking about $100 coin. That's how valuable it is. I really gotta look at my 36. For some reason, I've been getting a few 36s lately, and I really haven't been checking those for those airs hard fought. You know, I mean, I know they're there. It's just I know I'm not gonna get rid of the coin. So a lot of times I got a 90D, I got away. A lot of times I just put them in with my BU coins and I check them when I check all my BUs. Because then if it's a BU and it's error, then it's going to need a lot of time. I'll take it from there and get it graded. You know, I'll take it out, I'll check my tube when I finish the tube. And if I got something I want to grade out of it, that comes out, of course, and I go and get it graded. So I hope everybody's having a good night tonight. A lot of people are struggling out there right now. Just Hope that blessings are finding you and that all your troubles are having solutions found for them. You know, I just pray over you and I thank you for your time. Thank you for coming by. It means a lot to me. I'm just an old guy and I got a lot of love to share, and most of it comes from Christ. So you don't gotta be scared, old Grandpa. I go out by crappie Tim because, well, I used to be a professional fisherman, but God chose me to do other things for a while. I'm gonna be fishing again, but I got a whole bunch of crankbaits I gotta sell off. I got a couple kayaks I gotta get maxed out so I can go offshore fishing in the ocean for blue marlin. And believe it or not, that's what I'm gonna do. I think at end of February we're gonna be going down to Sarasota, Florida, and I don't think I'll do it this trip, but probably next trip down I'll be going out in the Gulf. Not intercoastal, but we'll be doing a lot of that anyway. But we'll go out deep. We can go out after some tuna and get some red snapper. I have jigs from, believe it or not, from 125th of an ounce all the way up to one and a half pounds. So I got a pretty big variety of jigs and weights and sizes and stuff, but I got lures for pretty much any species of fish that you fish for, and I'll be selling off crankbaits here eventuly. I need to get on whatnot. I don't know how to do all that good stuff. I'm having hard enough time with YouTube. They keep on changing everything. I have a hard time keeping up. That's the truth. I need a computer, not geek, but intelligent person to help me out. I used to make fun of people, but you know, honestly, I was pretty good on everything on computers until after they come out with Windows 98. After that, and they come out with 2000 ME and all that crap, and then I was a lost dog. I fell under the learning curve. I was very efficient at MS Pud. Of course, that's no longer good, but that's what I did. So let's do the review here, guys. So let's start off with the Canadian first. So for Canadians for this hunt, I got the first 164. Section number 64, years 1964 to 1980, and then we had a 2004. So pretty weak on the Canadians, just 4. Put that over here so we can add those. So on the AUBs, we had some pretty good ones. Go ahead and get these out. So this is 69S. This is the AU. You can see a little bit, some black spot. Nice. Not a reprint marker or anything. Nothing special. And then we got a AU65D, or 65, I mean, it's got a, it looks like possibly it could have a little bit dull, but you know, it's suspect to me, but I'm keeping it anyway. Then I got this 81D, it was pretty nice, got a little bit of woody effect going back across the grain there. So I kept that. And then we got a 77D. It's got a little spotting, but it's a 77D. Rough to get good corns. Now this is a really nice 61D or 61P that somebody had to put a big old finger mark on it. That right there is probably feeder finger scratch there. But it's a nice clean 61. That's a shame it's got that big old fingerprint on it, because that was pretty much the only spots other than that right there. That was it. That's a pretty nice coin anyway. So next up we got this 85D. There's possibly a little bit of a repunch mark on it. This year is very hard to get, as far as that's just a little tilt to the collar. That's very hard to get a good 85 or 86 or 87 in decent shape that doesn't have a whole bunch of carbon spots coming through. You can see this doesn't at all. So that's a very good find right there. Tough coin to find. So let's get to the wheat pennies. All right. The first one is going to be a 57D. Put that right there. Next two up the back is going to be two 56Ds. There's one right there. And there's the second one. Now we're going to go jump down to 54D. Put that right there. Come up here, and this one's pretty hard to see, but it's pretty dirty, but it's a 49D. So 49 goes right there. And we come down to this. And we got a pretty decent 46P. 46, the 6 is always really weak. That one's fairly strong, so that's a decent one. So then we come down to 44s, and we had 44Ps. I'll show you all four of them here, and then had one 44D. Here's the first one. Here's the second one. Here's your third one. And the fourth one. So whenever improve upon the 15, I guess, 42P, that one's a grody, but this one was halfway decent. So we got two 42Ps. And then we come down here, and this scratched up old looking thing is a 41. Just enough crud on that you can't see it, but it's a 41. So he goes right there. And let's see, we got two more left here, guys. This one's a 44D. That goes right there. And the final of this box was a 37P, 1937P. That goes under my skill, right there. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and reveal last box. This first one was a 57D. Gonna put it right on top of the other one. And it had 656Ds, which was nuts. Kind of getting got to only on the 56s. But the thing is, that I got the 656. That one was really good, got a crazy 6 and 5 and 1 9 on it. I'll be looking at hard later, but anyway, that's 56D. 6 of those suckers. Next up at the back on that one was we had a 51D. Had to go all the way down to 51D. So then after that, I had a 50D. That goes right there. After 50D, we had a 45P. That goes right here on the 5. And then we had a 42P, which is another cat hair. My cat drives me nuts. But anyway, that's a better 42 than what we had before, all the other two from today. Then we come up to 36, and it's not the double die. I wish it was, because that's what I was talking about. It was worth a fortune. Unfortunately, he's got a dinger in the ring, but it's a 36. Glad to get that. And then here's the Sweetheart 31D. You gotta put that right there. Alright, moving on. These gotta get waved. So now we're gonna go to the next box back, which the first one on that was a 58. And this one I think had 15 in it as well. There's a 57. $55D. Then two 51Ds. That one looks like it's probably brewery punch anyway. 51Ds. 3 of those. Next up, we got a 50D. Better shape than the last one for sure. And then we got a 49S. So we get a split, or 49. There's the S. Then we had a 45S. So I'll split on my 45. And then we had two 44Ps. Imagine that. And then we got this wonderful tarred 42. Bunch of gunk on that one. It's a good shape, but it's got a bunch of garlic. All right, you guys go under there. All right, next up, got a 40P. Pretty decent shape. Can't get mad at the 40P. I don't anyway. I don't get many 40Ps. I really don't. Then we got a 39D or a 39P as well. So we got a 39P, got a 39, oh that's a 49, sorry. 39's up here. Grandpa's getting tired, sorry guys. There's a 37 right there. Second one of those too. Alright, moving forward. This one right here is a 34. I can't make out if there's a mint mark there or not, but it's a 34. Not the best one, but it's a 34. And then the next one on this one is a 1919. And I think if no, it's just 1919. So that goes way under the scope on the other line. That's right there. Alright, keep going here. Move over to the next find. This next box back, 56D, ugly as can be. This one only had 5 wheat pennies in it. It was a sad day in Darlington. Only had 5 wheat pennies. So it's not all fun and games, guys. There's 52D. 45S. Right there. Then we got a 34 in much better shape. That's a pretty nice 34, I gotta say. It's a 34, you can't even read, but it's a 34. I can see it. This one is unfortunate. It's just beat to death. But I'm trying to remember what I thought I decided that was. Do the wet it up. That didn't help none. I can't remember what I said that was. I had figured it out. I had different lighting and everything, but it's been beat to death, obviously. It's just, there's no detail left. So, I mean, it's pretty much cull at this point. It's been bent and twisted, so into the cull it goes. Cull. Bye-bye. Bye. That's pretty sad. For 5 wheat pennies and one of them was a coal. But what are you gonna do? So the other box, I'm getting it stacked up right now, pulling it out. Alright, this one had, this was a 10 pack, I think, or 11 pack. Yeah, this was 11 pack. 68S. That, so I didn't, it wasn't 11 pack. Yeah, see, it had a 68 I pulled out. I forgot about that. Stuck it, that got to go up there. Right, so it was a 10 pack. I was, no, these are my S's. Sorry guys, these are my mine. There's a 58. I combine my wheat pennies and my S's. Another 58. 56D. 55P. First one of those. That's 70. 53D. First one of those. 51S. First one of those. 45P. 65p is right there. 1940p, second one of those. 45D. I don't get a lot of 45Ds. I gotta put that right like this. Alright, let's see here. Take a look and see what we got going on here. I will find out. Okay, so that's a BU coin. This is 44p. One. Another 68S. I've been really fortunate with the 68S's. It's not a coin you normally get a lot of. And this is at 71. And then we got a 46D. 46. Alright. So that's gonna do that. These are the BU cents I gotta put away. That's already showed. Let's get weighed. I'll set out my Canadian funds here. See what we got here. Add it all together. Consolidated. Oh, that was wrong. All right. First one we got up is a 65. So I'm gonna go 65. That's an 81. Four, 93. I got more. I see 93s right here. $59. Yeah, I get tired of putting stuff away. This 59 goes right here. 78, 8, 98, there's number 65. 69. I ain't getting well my coffee, that's just wrong. 69, 69. There. 1970. That's a good thing there. 700. Those will be used. We'll have to sort out. Now the Canadians. Start this now. A1D. Get my ducks in a row here. A1D is right there. 76. I failed to put a 76D out there. Three. There you go. There's 72. That's right. 73 was X1, 61P. 61P is right there. 77. 65, where you at 65? That's a better red bond. That's a better one, so we put him on top. 85. Oh. Alright, and then we got 67. That one's clear better. 68S, there's a D. Big difference, that's a S. 68S, 70S, 72D. That's clear better, 72D. 74D. 75. Oh, turd. Didn't have a spot for it. That does now. Alright, there's 75D. Much redder version right there. 76. Oh, that's a nice one. And 77. I didn't put a 77P out there. I knew I was gonna need to get it a little close way. Oh, hey, man. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, brother. I just found my YAM. Anyway, there's that one's the 98 though. Anyway, I'll better put that over here. Send yes. I'll put those way later. Oh, these are doubles. Okay. Send some D. Oh, I got my things together, I guess. Oh, back to last, where I left off on McKinney, I got a steady one. 70, 71. 72. And that's 81. Second 81. And 80. Seven, 9. 2004. 80. 64. 6, 5. That's 64. There you can finish off the last of my 46D. 50D. 58D. What is this one? 57. Okay. Alright. Just finished up my stuff here, guys. Sorry, I kind of drifted off onto there a little bit, but just getting my S's straightened out. I had everything a mess. Still is, really. Alright, so that's gonna wrap it up for this episode, guys. Really appreciate you coming. Thanks for leaving comments. I love y'all. I'll see you soon. I got another box coming up. Probably start in the morning. Take care. Bye.